Rodando. So, let's start.
Yeah, man.
Bom movies.
In the ring, you got rules. Outside, we got nothing. Life hits you with all these cheap shots. People like me, we live in the past. You got people that need you now.
Hey.
You got everything to lose. This guy's got nothing to lose.
I ain't got a choice.
That's the same thing your father said, and he died right here in my hands. Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
But you don't think I could beat him?
For me, Creed, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's more about legacy and family, but it's also leaving the wrong feelings behind to, you know, start something new. About living, how the past affects the present. Mm-hmm. So where is the relationship about your characters? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I had a problem with somebody I shouldn't really have a problem with. It's kind of as simple as that.
That's same with me.
Yeah.
For the second fight.
Yeah.
Me and my father aren't on the same page anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that both of us, like both characters, have respect for each other.
It's one of those things where like I'm working to get out of my father's shadow. He's working to get out of his father's shadow. Yeah. And I think but in the process of doing that, we realize that it's not about what they did. It's about us, yes. You know, and individually building our own legacy and figuring out who we are as individuals and what we want. So I think there was a moment we figured like it was, we thought it was tension when it didn't need to be. And then through that, we got to a place where we figured out what we were really fighting for.
I want to rewrite history.
If you want to fight this man, that's your business. But don't pretend this is about your father.
All your characters seems in different ways, always strong, and they seem like very confident too. I mean, I wonder what strong means to you when you pick them.
I think strong means to me, you know, not physically strong, although it's really great to play a character like Valkyrie that's physically strong. Strong to me just means that they're finely drawn, that they don't feel like they've been painted with broad strokes, that they don't feel like a cipher, that they resemble, you know, real humans, which mean they're dynamic and multi-dimensional. And so that's the way that I sort of pick my parts, and I think I try to do as much work even inside of a script that's already good to try to make it better and make the character more rich.
Can you tell me a little bit more about Bianca, because this movie is a few years after the first one, right? So where is she in her life now?
Well, Mike always refers to it as the characters are adulting. And I think that, the stakes are higher for them. You know, the first time around you saw her as this independent artist. Now she's signed with a label. She's really trying to make some huge moves in her career, and she is. Obviously, she's becoming a mother, and their lives have become more intertwined, so there's all of that. But I think just, you know, they have these films also, these Creed films are so much about legacy. And I think as you do get older, at least, I don't know about for you, but for me, the older I get, I do have conversations with myself and with my friends around like what I want my own personal legacy to be. Not in, even if I wasn't in any sort of like public figure space, just how do I want to spend my time here? What do I want to have done on this earth? Yeah. And so I think Bianca and Adonis are having those kind of conversations with themselves and each other.
It's like nothing really matters to him right now, including me. We got this. You heard me?
Mike, about being a father, I mean, who showed you how to, you know, hold a baby? I mean, how did it start?
I'm great with kids, you know, I love babies. I mean, I think it's a mixture of having little cousins, you know, and having family members, and then, and I was a little nervous about holding the babies and stuff on set because it's not my baby, you know,
Exactly.
and it's you know, you got the mom that's like standing right there looking at you, and it's like you don't want to, you know, like, oh no, I don't want to do anything wrong, but yeah, so I think it was a little bit of that, but also playing into that nervousness as a young father, you know, not really having to do that before.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool to have moments of not knowing what to do, and I think that worked out.
That scene with you and Michael B. Jordan in the bathroom, waiting for the pregnancy test, that scene is so, you know, it feels so real. I mean, the harmony between you guys is amazing. Michael B. Jordan, he looks like a good father. He passed the test. How was it for you guys?
Well, I think the cool thing about Bianca and Adonis is they have this love that's very romantic, but it's also very platonic. They sort of feel like family, and I think that has a lot to do with the fact that that's sort of the way that Mike and I are. We at this point, we really just feel like family to each other. And one thing that was really important to me in that scene was that she and he get to express their hesitation inside of it, that inside of a moment that's really exciting in terms of having this child, that they also get to go, oh my goodness, are we ready for this? And I think we're in a space that just feels more modern to me. We're in a space where our ideas around family are shifting. There's so many people that decide maybe I don't want to have kids, you know, like maybe.
Too soon? Or?
Yeah. So I think it felt just very modern and like a depiction of millennial love, that there isn't this roadmap that's straight to marriage and children and a home that.
It's different times.
Yeah, it's different times.
You got people that need you now.
You guys remember two songs or singers that you always listen when you're training?
Yeah.
That you can recommend for guys?
Yeah, I mean, for me, you know, I was listening to like, you know, Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap came out at that time, you know, Travis Scott, you know, Drake, we listened to, you know, a lot of Meek Mill being in Philly, you know, Meek was definitely there, so I listened to a lot of those tracks, you know.
Yeah, I was listening to the Black Panther album.
Black Panther,
Also,
yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
And some, you know, local artists from Germany, some rap, but in general, rap music, you know, black music, R&B, that's my music. So.
Mm-hmm.
About your character in music, what you recommend for those who like this song that you sang in the movie?
I would recommend SZA and Portishead and Massive Attack, and I would suggest Tiana Taylor's new record, which I've been listening to obsessively recently. Yeah, those are the things that I can think of right away.
Do you guys have any favorite cheat meal that you always love when you're not training?
Start with him.
Cheat meal?
Yeah.
All this stuff.
Everything possible.
Cheesesteaks,
Pizza salami.
Yeah.
donuts, fried chicken, it's like
Sorry.
For me, I like to taste everything, so I like to order a whole bunch of different cuisines, and then I'll just eat as much as I can until I'm like, you know, rolling around on the floor because my stomach's hurting.
That's good. I'll do the same.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Okay.
guys.
It may not seem like it now, but this is more than just a fight.
Loyalty.